Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Ironbark Podcast. I am your host, Epion, and today we're going to get primal. We're going to get ancient, old, hundreds of millions of years old. Some things not that old, just the last century or 2 centuries, 3 centuries ago. I don't know. I don't get paid to do this. I just do it. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Beast of Jevudon. We're going to revisit it because I've learned some stuff. I got some deep insight from the deep, dark magic of my brain and algorithms suggesting me prehistoric animals all the time and me looking at them and going like, that looks familiar. That description, those bone remains look an awful lot like these these old paintings from the 18th century. And we're going to talk about orcas, and we're also going to talk about, there was one more thing. Oh, bones. The bones of a, hold on, I got to read this. I love saying this word. Hold on. Oh no, did I lose it? Oh no, here it is. It involves a multituberculate. Multituberculate. I love that word. Multituberculate. What's your favorite animal? Well, I'm pretty fond of the multituberculates. Do you know what a multituberculate is? You haven't heard of a multituberculate? Oh my god, do you even like animals if you've never heard of a multituberculate? Sweet fucking name. Anyway, we're going to carry on here. So I've talked about the Beast of Jevudon like multiple times on this podcast. I'm pretty sure I have episodes titled after that. Clearly I'm obsessed with it and I really want to know what this thing is. Fucking cooler than Bigfoot. Oh fuck, I don't want to do Bigfoot dirty like that, but this thing's pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna give you a short summary. The Beast of Jevudon was a mysterious creature blamed for a series of brutal attacks in the Jevudon region of France. This is the modern day Lozera. I'm not even, fuck it. I don't know. I don't know how to say these words. I'm not French. Haute Lorraine between 1764 and 1767. It killed an estimated 100 to 200 people, primarily women and children, and injured many others, with reports describing it as a large wolf-like animal with unusual features, like a reddish coat, large teeth, and a powerful build. The key points are the timeline. The attacks began in June 1764 with a young woman surviving an encounter and continued for 3 years, terrorizing rural communities. Description. Eyewitnesses described the beast as larger than a wolf, with a long tail, a wide mouth, and sometimes supernatural traits. Some speculated it was a wolf, a hybrid, or even a mythical creature like a werewolf, or it could have simply been a hyena or a lion. Victims. The beast targeted shepherds, farmers, and children, often attacking the head or neck. Over 600 attacks were recorded, the death toll estimates varying widely. Response. The French government under King Louis XV, and I should know what that is, it's at 15, sent professional hunters, soldiers, and wolf hunters to track the beast. Notable figures include Jean-Charles de Nivelle and Francois Antoine, I'm going to guess that's how it's said, who killed large wolves believed to be the culprit. Kills. In 1765, Antoine killed a large wolf dubbed the Wolf of Chavez? I don't know. Which temporarily stopped the attacks. However, killings resumed, leading to another hunt. In 1767, local hunters Jean Chastel killed a second large animal, often credited as the true beast. Theories. Explanations range from a pack of wolves, a trained animal, a hyena, or a lion to folklore-driven hysteria. Some modern scholars suggest a serial killer may have used the beast narrative as a cover, but there was multiple eyewitnesses, so it's kind of mute. I don't think it was a beast. It was a beast, people. It wasn't a Bigfoot, it was a beast. Cultural impact. The Beast of Gévaudan became a legend, inspiring books, films, and ongoing debates about its true nature. It remains one of France's most enduring mysteries. So, a lot of you probably think, oh, this is like Bigfoot. It's like another cryptid. It's not special in any way. Okay, this one has hundreds of historical documentations, and not just from like rural citizens, like bush people being like, oh, there was a Bigfoot. There was some stuff like that, but it was also substantiated by like victims' bodies. Like people were dying over it. There was government intervention. There was royals, nobles. There was tons of reports conducted, stuff in the paper. I mean, it's not too different than Bigfoot in a sense, but the government intervention is a key one, and the royal intervention is a key thing here. So, historical records and official documents. So there was parish and government reports, local parish registers, and correspondence between regional authorities and the French crown detail over 600 attacks with 100 to 200 deaths and numerous injuries. These records, preserved in French archives, describe victim names, dates, and attack locations, often noting gruesome details like decapitations or throat injuries. Royal involvement. Letters and orders from King Louis XV court, including directives to hunters like Francois Antoine, confirm that the severity of the crisis. Reports from Antoine and others describe the hunt and the killing of large wolves with measurements and descriptions sent to Versailles. Oh my God, everyone's going to hate me for that. Reward notices, posters, and proclamations offering rewards for killing the beast, issued by local and royal officials, indicate widespread belief in a real threat. Eyewitness accounts, survivor testimony. Survivors such as Marie-Jeanne Vallée, who fought off the beast with a spear in 1765, described a large wolf-like creature with a reddish coat, long tail, and large jaws. These accounts, recorded by local clergy or officials, were consistent with describing an animal larger or more aggressive than a typical wolf. Group sightings. Some attacks occurred in the presence of multiple witnesses who reported the beast's unusual size and behavior, such as leaping great distances or ignoring typical wolf prey like livestock in favor of humans. What else we got here? There was physical remains. There are paintings and drawings done from that age and time period. The limitations are there's no DNA on it. They don't know. They have an idea where it was buried. They think it was probably in the courtyard of an old building on an old map. It's probably a lot different looking area now. The bones probably still remain in the ground. You could probably still get some DNA out of them. Maybe, perhaps. So there was also newspaper and pamphlets, artistic depictions. So we got 18th century publications like Courrier d'Avignon, I don't know, reported on the beast, spreading its fame and documenting public panic. These accounts, while sometimes sensationalized, corroborate the timeline and scale of the attacks. So going back to artistic depictions, engravings and drawings from the period, often based on eyewitness records, show a wolf-like creature with exaggerated features. These are more illustrative than scientific, but reflect contemporary perceptions. Local artifacts. Some churches and the area preserve relics like weapons and memorials tied to the beast, such as a musket attributed to Chastel. And then you have sort of like behavioral analysts and stuff like that, but that's just based off of the attacks. That's a modern day spin on it. Yeah, so there's lots of evidence to support it. Lots. So we can definitely conclude that an animal did exist. Well, we can reasonably conclude that there was more than likely a large beast animal similar to that of a wolf that attacked people. It's not like a Bigfoot type of thing. It's an actual historic event. And I know I sound like a crazy person, but look it up yourself. There's tons of archives, all this stuff. It wasn't uncommon back in Europe in that time for wolves to be a real fucking problem either. Okay? Wolves were a fucking problem. That's why all the fairy tales exist and all the stories. But I digress. So what could this have been? What could this have been? I don't know what I've talked about before on the podcast because I forget that so long ago. What did I say it was? I probably said some stupid shit like a werewolf, but or some other like ancient animal or some sort of hybrid or some other sort of cryptid. But today is the day. And if I've already done this, oh God, today is the day that I make up my mind that it's definitively something else. And today, that is going to be an animal named Amphiceon. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Better known as the bear dog. The deadly bear dog that dominated Earth's Miocene epoch with bone-crushing power. So you're going to want to Google this. It is spelled Amphicyyon. And then maybe spacing, do like bear dog. And look at some of these skeletal structures. Look at artist interpretations of what it probably looked like. Look at some reconstructions. And tell me that doesn't look like the fucking paintings from the 18th century that depict the Beast of Gévaudan. Now, I know it's just an artist interpretation. I don't know if we'll ever find one well preserved enough to have fur and stuff like that, and it's like body. Maybe we have. I haven't done enough research. But if we do, and what if these fucking things lived up until well past the Miocene epoch into like the 18th century? I don't know. They could have. Yeah, you never know. You never fucking know, huh? It's a cool ass picture. When I post this on X, I'm going to post that picture along with it. Let's see here. So if you listen to this podcast on X, or maybe you listen to it somewhere else, maybe just check out my X account briefly to see the pictures. What else can we do here? I was going to talk about something now. Oh, okay. This one comes from Science Daily. Let's see. This was a paper. Tiny fossil with razor teeth found by student rewrites mammal history. A Portsmouth paleontology student's fieldwork discovery reveals a 145 million year old prehistoric mammal from the Dorset coast. This was dated July 12th, 2025. Very new, very shiny, very interesting, very demure. A University of Portsmouth. I'm going to go with Portsmouth. So this is a summary. I ain't going to read the whole thing. Maybe, but I'm not. A university student on a fossil hunting field trip in Dorset made a stunning discovery. A 145 million year old jawbone belonging to a previously unknown mammal species with razor-like teeth. With the help of CT scanning, 3D printing, and expert analysis, the fossil was revealed to be Novaculodon mirabilis, a multituberculate. Hey, this is an ASMR. Multituberculate. Multituberculate. Hey, you. Did you multituberculate today? No, I didn't. What's a multituberculate? I'm glad you asked. Multituberculates are some of my favorite animals. So this lived alongside dinosaurs. This is the first of its kind from the area in over a century, and the fossil's preservation and sharp tooth structure are offering new insights into early mammal evolutions, all thanks to a beach walk and a sharp eye. We got some sharp teeth and some sharp eyes out on that beach, I tell you what. We just discovered a multituberculate. A multituberculate, people. We got a multituberculate. Oh my God, that's it. Anyway, cool little rodent. What would you say this would probably look like? A marmot, maybe like a woodchuck, maybe like a Tasmanian tiger, maybe like a beefed up, squirrely version of a Tasmanian tiger. I don't know, or Tasmanian devil maybe. Yeah, something like that. Give it a look. Look up the multituberculates. The multituberculates. You can give those a Google, and when you Google it, I want you to type in multituberculate. 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 Nice to multituberculate you. Multituberculate now. Multituberculate yen. I can't even say it. So that's super cool. Mammals lived alongside dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. That, like, doesn't that make you think? Doesn't that fucking make you think, bud? It makes me think. It's kind of like, oh, mammals existed alongside dinosaurs. Huh. Interesting. What else lived alongside dinosaurs, huh? People? Maybe people did. I think so. No, I don't know. I actually don't know shit. But it is interesting to think about. When you think about, they talk about like dragons and stuff. It's like, well, maybe those were dinosaurs. What's the layover time between, dinosaur and human mammal and person and something that's like a person, like a Neanderthal? Maybe there was cavemen during the dinosaur time, huh? They didn't discover footprints that were like alongside dinosaur prints or something, though they were like millions of years apart or something like that. I don't know. What else can we talk about, folks? Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something else. Let's see where this takes us. What can we talk about? Let's see. We got a lovely article here, don't we? This one's probably quite lovely. Quite lovely indeed. This one, I believe, is going to be talking about orca whales. Yes, the killer whales. Quite indeed. We have a world first. World first. This is a first, a world first. This is the first time humans have ever seen this, and it's amazing, and we have to say this is the first time it's ever happened. This is the first time we've ever known that it's happened. Or this is the first time we've ever known that's happened and told other people about it. World first. Orcas craft tools to care for each other. I wonder if they're making little bathtubs for each other. So they just gotta dig a hole in the bottom of the sand, and then it's just it's already full of water. So it's like, here's your bathtub. And that's how they care for each other. Orcas are showing a rare example of intelligence and culture. This is a sophisticated culture. Okay. Southern resident orcas, now facing extinction, have been spotted shaping seaweed into tools to massage one another. This unique behavior reveals a social caring, a calming side of these marine mammals, showing a marine society that urgently needs protection. I don't think, I get what that article is saying. I should probably give credit where credit is due on that one. What is this? Where's this come from? Futura Sciences. A little bit sensationalized, and it's doing the right thing. It wants to help conservation, but it's trying to be like, oh, they're smart, we should save them. Who gives a fuck if they're smart? Save them anyway. Let's save the dumbass. Who's dumb as fuck, but we want to save real bad. And this is other good news. I don't know if this is 100% correct. I just kind of heard it on a whim the other day. Manatees are no longer considered endangered. We fucking saved the manatees, folks. That's a celebratory sip right there on a cup of tea. And if you're drinking liquor, even better. We saved the manatees. I don't think we should stop. We should consider them endangered anyway, just to keep them going. Let's get them to be the most abundant species on the planet. Yeah, but like manatees, I think you might be a little bit dumb as fuck, but not as dumb as orcas. Orcas aren't dumb. They're pretty smart. But even if they were dumb, we would want to save them, just like the manatees. Intelligence shouldn't be. I hate how like it's like, oh, it's smart. Like it's like we can't just kill it. Like this is like the new litmus test for conserving animals. It's like, oh no, bro. You know that dolphin? You know that raven? You know that orangutan? It uses tools. You can't kill it. It's like, it's as smart as like the dumbest humans. So it's like killing a human if you kill that animal. Oh, well, what about this mouse? Yeah, you can fucking kill that mouse because it doesn't know how to use a tool. But then like maybe it does. Like maybe it picks up little twigs and like, picks dirt out of its like nest or something, or like sweeps its nest. That you like, you know what I mean? Like there's little shit like that. My point is, intelligence in an animal shouldn't be the motivator for people to want to preserve it, and it's kind of fucked up that it is, and it works on some people. There shouldn't really be a hierarchy to life based on intelligence, but I understand why it exists, and you understand why that exists. So I don't know. Seaweed is, this reminds me of the podcast not too long ago where like they were wearing hats, salmon as hats. You know what I think that is? Why they wear salmons as hats? Hear me out. I think it's to throw off other school of salmon into thinking it's like a salmon coming towards them or something. Because they're like all dark. I don't know if that works. Or if it's the bait, I think they might be using it as like a fishing bait. So they're dark. They're like a dark color, right? So they kind of blend in with like the darkness of the abyss. But the salmon skin is like shiny and reflective. So if they're like in a certain depth, they could kind of reflect the sunlight a bit and give a little glisten. And then maybe something like a shark might be like, oh shit, a fucking salmon. I'm going to go fucking nom that shit. And then all of a sudden the orca just like opens its mouth and is just like, not today, psycho. I'm taking out your fucking kidneys. So that might be another example of why orcas are doing that. Those are the conclusions I came to on my own after I saw a better picture of the orca wearing a fucking salmon hat. It's basically like on the tip of its nose. It's like painted across. Pretty cool. Either that or they're just messy eaters. They just get stuck on there. Yeah. That's cool though. Now we know those mammals in the water use tools. I think that's all it, folks. I could jump into some of the X stuff that I've been posting, some of that content. I think I got some good content actually that I haven't talked about or spoke about much. I think maybe I did last podcast. Anyway, so the newest Wildlife Wednesday video. It's a simple video of a mule deer, but it has a unique coloration. So this was in Waterton National Park, in and around Glacier National Park, if you're familiar with the Montana area. So it's got really cool markings on its head, almost like one of those like Sika deer. It's got like these black stripes and tips, and then it has like a black mohawk going down its like neck. Very cool, very interesting. Check that out. I don't know. I'm posting just like some hiking photos, some cool stuff like that. Give that a check. I had a hike that kicked my ass. Hares are so big. They're like the size of dogs. I got a picture of that up there. I got a nice picture of a lagoon. Lots of pictures from a lookout. We got lots of lakes. I don't know. Did I talk about the bear? So I found like when I went to water, did I talk about this last podcast? I don't remember, so I'm going to repeat myself. I have a wildlife video of a bear. I think I talked about it. Anyway, I can't remember if this was a podcast or if this was just like a video. Anyway, I captured some wild footage. It was 4 black bear cubs. But when I first saw them, I thought it was 2 grizzly bear cubs, 2 black bear cubs. And it was from so far away that I wasn't even sure they were cubs. I just thought they were maybe just a bunch of bears. And then once I got my camera lens on them, I was like, oh, snap. 4 cubs. Still kind of different colors. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, did a black bear mom adopt different species cubs? Because I kind of heard that's been happening. But no, that wasn't the case. What it was actually is this area is known for having very like unique variety colorations of animals. I don't know what it is, what causes it, but the mule deer had a weird stuff. The black bears did too. So you have like a solid black bear cub. The mom is like a cinnamon reddish color. The two babies are blonde, but then have like black faces, like the grizzly bear blonde, like brown type color, and then a black face. It almost looks like a Wolverine coloration type deal. Super cool, super distinctive. You have to check out these photos and these videos. They're pretty dope. I'm surprised it didn't get like more attention. But yeah, super cool. Check that out. What else can I talk about here? Just more waterfall pictures. Yep. Cactuses are blooming in the desert. Check that out. Actually, that's probably over now. It's been a while. Just go through my free feed. You'll see tons of beautiful waterfalls. You see tons of beautiful flowers. Some cool, uniquely colored animals. Some cool fucking lookout points of view. Lagoons, hares, fucking mule deer, black bears. Very, very rare colorations of black bears. That's it. That'll be all, folks. That'll be all, folks. It's a good day to listen to the Iron Bark podcast. Merch coming soon. Okay, now. Bye-bye then.